about goalkeeping in the world. Let's move on to other people that have made headlines this week. Rotuno?
And we have Cristiano Ronaldo here. What a feat. He's won his first title with Juventus. Rather, they managed to get the Copa title in the course of the week versus AC Milan, whereby they garnered a 1-0 victory. And looking at Cristiano Ronaldo, he said, as I checked online, he's quite happy with how the game went with him winning this major title at Juventus, considering he's made quite a name for himself previously when he was with Real Madrid.
Yeah, definitely. His first title for Juventus. Remember, he scored the winning goal in that match. And in doing so, remember, this match was played in Saudi Arabia. The Super Coppa Italia match is normally between the winners of Serie A and the winners of Coppa Italia. And the AC Milan were the opponents of Juventus. This is because they finished second in Coppa Italia. Now, let's move on to the other gentleman that made headlines this week, and it's all about the Laureus Awards. They will be held on February 18th. And Rotuno, take us through the gentlemen that have been nominated in the Sportsman of the Year category.
I'm very happy to see Eliud Kipchoge here. He has been nominated rather beside, we have LeBron James, we have Novak Djokovic, who's quite the king in tennis. We have Lewis Hamilton, we have Kylian Mbappe, we have Luka Modric. I mean, what a feat for Kenyans. We are so very happy, and we are hoping for the best for our very own Eliud Kipchoge, who has created a name for the athletic world, and more so Kenya. And as we can see, he is one of the, in just our realm, maybe East Central Africa, we just have him. And what more is there to add?
Definitely. A time of 2 hours, 1 minute and 39 seconds, taking off more than 1 minute from the previous record that was held by Dennis Kimeto, set in 2014, and at a time that was 2 hours, 2 minutes and 57 seconds. Now, when you take a look at the people that have been nominated alongside Eliud Kipchoge, Kylian Mbappe helped France get to the World Cup final, where they won the 2018 edition of the World Cup. Lewis Hamilton won his fifth Formula One title. Novak Djokovic currently the world #1 when you talk about the men's rankings in tennis. LeBron James moving from the Cleveland Cavaliers to the Lakers, a deal that was more than $150 million. And Luka Modric winning the Ballon d'Or, winning the FIFA Best Award and the European Player of the Year for the year 2018. And of course, we have Eliud Kipchoge. We'll be waiting to see if it's Eliud who is going to take that award on the 18th of February, when the Laureus Awards will be taking place in Monaco. So let's move away from the gentlemen and women that have made headlines this week. Let's go to what people had to say on Twitter. Rotuno, of course, we begin with people talking about the 10-year challenge that has been going through. That is, we had Samoy talking about Tottenham Hotspur, saying, running English football, may I just say, look at the poor Spurs, 10 years challenge. Now, Chelsea, in 10 years, they've won the Champions League, they've won the Europa League, they've won the English Premier League and the FA Cup title, and also the Community Shield. Manchester United, they've won the FA Cup, the Europa Cup, they've won the Champions League, the Community Shield, and the English Premier League. Chelsea, rather Manchester City, they have 3 English Premier League titles to themselves, the FA Cup, and then Arsenal 3 FA Cups to their name. You have Liverpool, they've also had a cup, but when you take a look at the Spurs cabinet, it's empty. We move on to what they had to say on Twitter. Rotuno.
We have Mutri Mutota, who tweeted rather, a giant gone too soon at #Riverside Attack. Football mourns #Odukobra at Football Kenya orders minute of applause in honor of victims this weekend. Well, yes, as I said, Odukobra was unfortunate to be involved in the Dusit D2 attack, and we lost quite a prominent person right there.
Yes, of course, was born in Nairobi in Kalonzo, often tweeting with hashtag Mtoto wa Kariako. The bold type says, I personally don't know this guy, but I'm just heartbroken for those who did. Rest in power, Odu Cobra.
We also have Smart People of Africa who say, sad day for football fans. We have lost one of the most dedicated fans of the game and founder of @Wadao TV, hashtag that is Odu Cobra, to the Riverside terror attack. Today was to be his birthday. RIP Odu.
Of course, those are some of the tweets that we had when you talk about Odu Cobra. We move on to other tweets that we had.
Right now we have @Standing Digital, who say it's a sad day for football fans. We have lost one of the most dedicated fans of the game and founder of Wadao TV to the Riverside terror attack. Today was to be his birthday. Now that dates back to the day we had the terror attack, which was the eve of his 35th birthday. And yes, Odu Cobra was a father of 2 and he was also married. Right now we also have Victor Wanyama, one of the prominent football players in the country and also out there, who said, tough few days for my country, but we are always resilient. RIP my friend Odu Cobra, and sincere condolences to everyone who lost their loved ones at the Riverside attack. It is quite unfortunate that we lost quite a number of individuals to this attack, but Odu Cobra right here showed some bravery, to say, because he went back to help a colleague. We have another tweet that is Musa Dembele, who is leaving Tottenham Hotspurs, yes, for Guangzhou in China, and he says, I leave Spurs today with a lot of love in my heart and memories of fantastic times. Thank you to all my unbelievable teammates, the staff and fans for all your support in my time at the club. To hear my name sung at Wembley made me incredibly proud. Now, Musa Dembele is quite a name in the world of football, and considering that he's leaving Tottenham Hotspurs for Guangzhou in China, says quite a lot. But from this we're able to see that the fans back there acknowledge him as one of their own. Otherwise they wouldn't be chanting his name in the whole stadium.
So definitely it's going to be a big loss for Tottenham Hotspurs when they will be taking on other. Remember, Moussa Sissoko is currently injured, so a big loss to them. Now, Marcus Rashford, this is from Sky Sports Stat, who says, age 21 years and 80 days, Marcus Rashford is the youngest Man United player to score in 5 successful appearances. This, of course, yesterday also netted in Manchester United's 2-1 win against Brighton. So those are some of the tweets that we picked out for this week when you talk about different people speaking on events that are happening in the world of sports. So let's move to Karatina, shall we? Okay, we'll be waiting on to move to Karatina for the Kusa games that are happening there. But before we get there, let's get into the Kenya Premier League, and we begin, or rather we kick off with Mombasa United getting a 3-2 win against Kakamega Homeboys in a match that was played at the Kasarani Stadium. In doing so, Mombasa United went back to the Kenya Premier League summit.
Game plan yetu haikuwork sababu tulikam na strategy yetu tukapata bao ya kwanza, but Mathare wakakam from behind waka-equalize wakapata bao ya pili. Then I think ikatu distract kidogo, kakuwa na lapses, then wakapata bao ya tatu. Then tukaanza kuchase game. So I think tutarudi tu back to the drawing board and tujaribu kurekebisha makosa.
Mechi nzuri. Hapo mwisho ngumu kabisa. Manake ni mzuri ukiwa unacheza game kama hii ya leo. Tulikuwa tunakaa kidogo, tuna control game. Nafikiri tulikuwa na nafasi mingi sana za kushinda na za kufunga mabao mengi. Nafikiri ukipata nafasi kwa high level, nafasi 1, 2, 3, unafaa, if you have a chance to kill the game, kill it. Na leo nafikiri tumengoja kwa muda sana.
Well, Mombasa United getting a 2-1 win against Kakamega Homeboys, a match that was played at the Kasarani Stadium here in Nairobi, but still remaining on the Kenya Premier League. Sofapaka were held to a barren draw by Sony Sugar. This is after Baraza took charge. Remember, Melis Medo left Batoto Bamungu, and after Baraza taking charge, they settled for a barren draw against Sony Sugar.
Anaitwa nani?
Still on the Kenya Premier League, KCB and Vihiga played out to a 1-all draw in a Kenya Premier League match that was played at the Kenyatta Stadium in Machakos. A result that saw the two sides stay rooted at the bottom of the Kenya Premier League log.
Anaitwa nani?
Well, KCB and Vihiga United playing out to a 1-all draw, a match that was played at the Kenyatta Stadium in Machakos. So if we take a look at how the log looks currently, Nakumatt is still tied at the bottom of the log with 2 points. Remember, they are yet to win a match this season. The 2 points comes courtesy of their 2 draws so far in the league. Posta Rangers, number 17 with 6 points. Zukericho at number 15 with 7 points. Chemelil Sugar, number 14 with 7 points. Let's take a look at the team that is topping the log. That is Mombasa United. After getting the 3-2 win against Kakamega Homeboys, they have 20 points. 2 points ahead of second-placed Bandari and 6 points ahead of third-placed Kariobangi Sharks, who have 14 points. Now, let's cross over to Karatina, where Ibrahim Karanja is on standby for day 2 of the Kusa Games. Ibrahim, what should we expect from volleyball? Remember yesterday we paid close attention to swimming. What should we expect from volleyball and probably football in the Kusa Games?
Well, good afternoon, Robinson. Like you're saying, yesterday we focused on swimming, and today the action is heated here because volleyball are actually on the last stages. I have seen some very, very emotional action from the participating teams. Remember, this is the day 2 of the Kenya University Sports Association Kusa Central Region Games involving 11 institutions from the larger Central Kenya region, and of course extending all the way to Garissa, because Garissa University are supposed to be part of this particular competition. And Robinson, as we are speaking right now, some very, very tough action has been ongoing. There is a match between Karatina University, who happen to be the hosts, and Embu University right now. And it is actually a very, very emotional match, given that Karatina are the hosts, and yet Embu is yet a team that is feared in this region. Yesterday, as I was speaking to some of the players, actually the captain for Embu University, he was assuring us of some tough action. He was assuring us, Robinson, I'm just trying to get some live pictures behind me, if I'll be able to just have the fans move a little bit so we can have some action, actually get to see some action as they are ongoing. So Robinson, the team that are playing right now in this particular volleyball pitch is Karatina University, the host, and Embu University. Right now, as is Embu University actually doing their best right now, and Karatina University, of course, being the host, so you can see the fans. It's noisy here, it's emotional, it is quite it is quite emotional for the hosts. And I'll try to speak with some of them. Robinson, even as the other matches between Meru University rather, and Kirinyaga University is ongoing on the other part, and the Southeastern University of Kenya are also playing Kenyatta University Kitui campus. So I'll try to speak to some of the fans here just to get their opinion of the matches today. And Robinson, I am standing on the end where students from Karatina University are, and I'll try to engage some of them and they give us their opinion. Kindly tell Robinson, even as I try to give these players space for their match and just to be careful for our own equipment. Kindly tell me your name, tell me your institution, and you are live on KTN News. Tell me, what do you think of the match that is currently ongoing?
Thank you. My name is Fred Kakai from Karatina University. We are playing against Embu, and I'm confident enough we're going to win this game. 3 sets to 2.
3 sets to 2.
Yeah.
I believe that we are going to overcome the opponents and have 3 sets to 2.
Probably, how does it feel? How does it feel to be hosting this particular match? Robinson, a very tall guy here. How does it feel to be hosting it at Karatina University?
Right now, we feel so happy. We see so much of our time we have been hosting February. Yani tunafeel tu vizuri sana. Manze tunawapiga.
Thank you. Well, Karatina University students, of course, weighing their support behind their campus team, Karatina University, that is currently playing against Embu University here in Karatina University. So it is actually a very, very good time we are having with the fans and with the players in Karatina University, even as the Kusa Day 2 games continue. Remember, Robinson, that the team that will be qualifying from this particular pool, the 2-day games that have been happening, will qualify actually for the knockout and also the nationals later on. And the teams, actually the universities from this particular region, yesterday as I was speaking to them off record, giving me some very, very tough messages to their opponents in other parts of the country. Actually, some of the students, I remember speaking to the captain of Chuka University, daring, and Embu University actually daring the champions, actually the team that has been defeating them, Strathmore, saying that this time they are going to meet other nationals and it's not going to be business as usual for them. This is what is happening at Karatina University, Robinson. Of course, I've spent my entire day here. Earlier on, we saw handball where the teams that have qualified right now were actually celebrating in some few minutes, but we were unable to get that action for you. But for now, it is the volleyball finals where these teams that will be qualifying from this stage will proceed to the nationals. Robinson.
Well, thanks a lot, Ibrahim Karanja in Karatina, where the Kusa Games are taking place. Thanks, Ibrahim. We'll be getting back to you later on in our subsequent bulletins to know who proceeds to the nationals. Now, let's come back and shift focus to football. That is the Kenya Premier League. And we want to take a look at the fixtures for this afternoon. Or when you talk about the Kenya Premier League, we have only 2 teams will be
taking on Tusker KFC, and we also have Western Steamer taking on Zoia Sugar FC.
So those are the 2 teams that will be in action in the Kenya Premier League. But we also have the National Super League action. A number of teams are lined up for this afternoon's matches. Remember, 2 matches will be played today and tomorrow. And Ushuru FC, which is currently unbeaten, takes on Eldoret Youth. Rotuno.
We have Wazito taking on Kisumu Stars. We also have Thika United taking on Talanta FC, and also Green Commandos taking on St. Joseph Youth.
Now, Wazito, who have lost twice on twice on the trot, will be seeking to recover. And the other fixtures that we have, Kenya Police takes on Kangemi Stars. Administration Police will be in action against Nairobi Steamer. Kibera Black Stars will be taking on Coast Migori Youth. Let's move on to the other fixtures that will be played on a Monday. That is still on the National Super League. Remember, teams like Shabana are seeking to bounce back from their defeats. Remember, Shabana has lost 3 times on the row. Wazito also twice on the row. Currently, the only team that is unbeaten in the National Super League is Ushuru, which is currently topping the National Super League log. So those are some of the fixtures that we have when you talk about the National Super League. Administration Police taking on Nairobi Steamer. Kibera Blacks is taking on Coast Steamer. Migori Youth taking on Modern Coast. And Kenya Police will be out in action against Kangemi All Stars. So those are the fixtures for the National Super League. We will be keeping a close eye on them. So we want to take a short break. When we come back, the KMSF Awards took place yesterday. We'll be taking a look at who won in what category, and also we'll be taking